5'7", so you can get an idea of how big this tree really is. But what one Iowa family didn't expect was to be trapped inside their home by it. Hurricane Sally brought record water levels in Geneva, the worst anyone has ever seen in Fowler Park since 1998. Behind me used to be a baseball field. Now it's completely underwater. And right over my right-hand shoulder, you'll see the foul pole just inside of that baseball field. Well, Enterprise already has a game under their belt. Big time win, 35-19 over Carver. But Dothan, like you said, is hungry to play. What if I told you one Moss Bluff couple was laying right here when Hurricane Laura hit, but seconds before this tree fell, they had a gut feeling that saved their life? Christine Johns has been best friends with her neighbor Carolyn for 20 years. When Carolyn decided not to evacuate for Hurricane Laura, Christine had concerns.
With Rita, we had flooded homes, we had water rising. And with this, it's just like everything came from the east and fell west. All of the trees, even going up and down the highway, everything's from east to west.
A tree came crashing down, landing right where Carolyn and Jean would have been sleeping if it weren't for a hunch.
Sometimes your instincts kick in, you know, when there's danger coming ahead. And she told her husband, she said, we need to go to the other end. And her granddaughter said as soon as she left the room, the tree came down. They would have never survived.
When hearing of the damage to his hometown, Stephen made the trip from Tennessee to help his friends and family.
I wasn't prepared to see the damage that ensued. It's surreal, right? You end up being thankful, honestly. You're thankful for what you got. You grasp hold of the good things. And you make it a good story.
But he wasn't the only one. Friends that are active duty took a break from serving our country to help those who needed it the most.
They're friends and family, so I'm going to help them if I can. I mean, me and Max grew up together, but the other guys were just, guys that want to help. And when they know that people need help, they will be there to help them if they're able.
A Marine for 26 years, Broussard said the devastation is a scene that reminds him of his time in the service.
I was going through downtown Sulphur when I first got here, and with the telephone poles and wires and everything in the streets and just the rubble, it reminded me of when I was in Ramadi in 2005.
The couple is staying in Houston for the time being until they make arrangements for their home. In Moss Bluff, Aaron Wilson, WTVY, your hometown news leader. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, in this instance, it most definitely was. These are photos and videos we received of students' lunches at Dothan High School. Original reports stated maggots were found in the food.
Someone to laugh and to think that it was funny. It was not funny at all. And she reported it and nothing was done about it. Not even another meal. Nothing else to replace that meal. For her to text me and say that she was hungry, that's totally unacceptable anywhere. Not just school, but anywhere.
The Houston County Health Department and Child Nutrition Director for Dothan City Schools did investigate the case.
This is just one of those deals where you have a hand-picked fruit that was stored in boxes and together, and it might not have been but one or two that actually started the entire problem, but because it is packaged together and stored together, it's probably a little easier for it to spread over time.
The health department did follow up with a site visit where the problem was identified.
We did identify that it was probably in the fresh fruit. However, the fresh fruit was never in contact with the cooked items until the students received them. We can't say for sure how that happened.
A problem parents are saying is unacceptable. Many now bringing their own lunch to school.
If the kids seen it, why didn't anybody in the cafeteria working, one of the workers see it? Why wasn't anything done? If you knew it was there, why wasn't it replaced? Something needs to be done. That's the only thing I'm asking. And these children need an apology because they're the ones who's suffering from it.
All of the contaminated food was disposed of.
Because I know one student did return their plate and we offered another plate and they refused. So I can't speak to a specific situation, but I can tell you that if it's brought to our attention, we do, as a general rule, offer a replacement.
In Dothan, Aaron Wilson, WTVY, your hometown news leader.